Did I fix it? Somebody tell me, did I actually fix it? I'm just gonna sit here and eat my Skittles until I find out if I fixed it or not. It's just so annoying. Everything said excellent connection. I've not been told that my encoder is exploding or whatever the hell it tells me. It just literally stopped. And then my OBS shit itself. And I had to restart my computer. Was this the damn badge plugs background music? I'm doing the same shit again. How much bitrate do I need? I mean, it looks fine to me. Did I fix it? Watching live in the middle of church. I literally just got out of church. I'm still in my church clothes. Stella, I need to take you to church. That's where you need to go. You crazy dog. Yeah, I go to church early because the church that I go to, they do like different services. So like it was early in the morning. I go at like 8 and we get out at like 8:15. What do you want? And so yeah, and I got home at like 9. I immediately started streaming at 10. You want a sip of Sprite? You think Stella likes Sprite? She don't like it. Yeah, I'm so aggravated at this freaking OBS stuff. Because for some reason, my regular OBS will not let me stream. Rob, been noticing your content for the past week. You've been grinding. Keep it up. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm going for today. I'm thinking about we're going to be doing clip farming today. I'm just going to do stupid stuff and just literally just try to make clips. Because I've been trying to do the whole TikTok grind thing where getting clips and clip farming and stuff like that to get the views so I can transfer people over to the YouTube stuff. I'm trying. It's just it's so out of my realm. Like, I was never the type of person. I was never the type of person to need to like post on multiple different platforms to grow the one platform. I grew up in a time where on YouTube, you literally like, it was all luck based. That was the point, is that like, if you wanted to get out there, either A, somebody had to mention you, or B, you just got lucky. That's how YouTube was for me. There was not really much of a niche. It was just if YouTube algorithm appreciated what you were doing, they threw it out there. And the algorithm was so much easier to understand back then. It was so much easier to understand. Like, the trends were literally always pushed forward, and so it was like if you hopped on any trend, you were good. You were good to go. But now because everybody's doing YouTube, they had to make it more complicated and make it harder for people to blow up or get themselves out there. But now everybody just does TikTok and shorts and reels and stuff like that. And it's not something that I ever did. What do you think, Stella? So what I'm going to be doing today is, one, we're going to do, there's a couple reactions. I wanted to do like some reaction stuff. If there's any videos that you guys are like like, yo, this is crazy, you need to watch this, let me know, and we'll just watch some stuff for a little bit. And then I also wanted to do the thing that I was planning to do on one of my first live streams, where I did a ranking of every single Call of Duty. So I'm trying to find a good tier list that has everything on it, but that doesn't have all of the just like garbage stuff. See, like I don't want like, I just want the mainline games. I don't want like Finest Hour and all that other stuff. Let me look up mainline Call of Duty tier list. Okay. Okay, I think this is it. Yeah. Okay, so this just has all the games from COD, COD 2, but he just forgot to put COD 3. Are we for real? How do you just forget COD 3? COD 3's ass, but it's like, how do you just forget it? Man, I need y'all's help on this stupid connection thing, because it keeps freaking me out. All right, is this it? Okay, I think we've got one. They're not in order. I got to put them in order, but I think this is it. Does it have Black Ops 6? It does have Black Ops 6. All right, perfect. So we got COD 1, COD 2, COD 3, COD 4. Where's World at War? World at War. MW2, Black Ops, MW3, Black Ops 2, Ghost, Advanced Warfare, Black Ops 3, Infinite Warfare, World War 2. I'm surprised I know where all these go. Black Ops 4, MW19, Cold War, Vanguard, MW2, MW3, Black Ops 6. Okay, we fixed it. I've got it figured out. So now we've got. Hold on, how do I switch? Okay. All right, so we've got this. Would you ever do a collab with viewers? Yeah, I mean, that was another thing that I wanted to talk about too, about doing collabs. I do want to do some stuff with you guys, like, especially if you're in the Discord. If you guys have not joined the Discord yet, I don't know how I'll post I can post a link in I think I can post it in the chat. But my my Discord, I'm gonna have you guys like talking in there, and we're gonna do some stuff. So just if you want to talk to me more than just like talking in a live stream chat or in my comments, go to my Discord. I'm usually pretty active in there with the couple of people that are there. But yeah, so we are going to be doing this ranking tier list right here, okay? And I'm just gonna do it so I can get clips for TikTok, because you know people love this stuff. People love controversy and whatever. Because I know my zombies takes are not very like different from people, but I feel like my takes on Call of Duty games as a whole is probably different than most people would think. Just because like I'm pretty much a zombies player. All I really do is play zombies, but I have been playing multiplayer for a long time too. I've been playing multiplayer just about as long as I've been playing zombies, and like I keep up with the trends and like the metas and all that stuff every year, and all the updates and patches and things like that. So I keep up with multiplayer just about as much as I did zombies. So my first Call of Duty game, period, was Call of Duty Black Ops on the Wii. That was so yeah, this was my first Call of Duty game that I ever had, was Black Ops on the Wii. That was where I learned the campaign, the multiplayer, the zombies, the Kino on the Wii. That was what I grew up playing. And then so I got that on launch. That was when I got that on launch. But around middle of 2011, I would say April or May, I got an Xbox 360. just so I could actually, because I knew that there was another way to play these games that had so much more content in it. And so I finally convinced my parents to like, hey, can I please get a 360? So I sold my Wii, all of my Wii games, my DS, and all my DS games. So I got rid of it all so I could buy a freaking Xbox 360. So yeah, and then I got Black Ops. I got Black Ops, MW2, World at War, and COD 4. I bought all of those games when I got that Xbox. And when I tell you I was in love with everything. Oh, the golden age. You articulate so well, you could do anything. You should do more commentary about other videos. I know that's my video that I posted about Shinonuma, where I did more of like an analytical style of video, where I was more just like talking about details and giving facts and stuff like that. It wasn't just about the gameplay. That seems to be my most popular video right now as of the ones that I've uploaded recently. And so I think I'm gonna do a lot more like commentary style stuff compared to just like playing games. So that might be something that comes more in the future. It's just the struggles of having to sit down and write scripts is what's hard for me. But yeah, so we got these. I got the trio, or the quartet. Is that what they're called? The quartet of Call of Duty games right here. So and I was in love. I loved zombies. I loved multiplayer, campaign, all of it. So after that, I bought every single Call of Duty after that. There has not been a Call of Duty since Black Ops that I have not gotten on release date. So that's been 15 years. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. But yeah. So I've kept up with all of them, and some of them I think are amazing. Do blind reactions. I do need to do blind reactions just to get like my actual opinion on stuff, because I never really know until I just like it just happens. But some of these I think are absolutely garbage, so I'm gonna go through them one by one. Oh god, let me open. Let me put this over here. I want to make sure I can see everything on YouTube. Yeah, that Shinonuma video did really well, which is so crazy to me. Like, I'm so glad that that video did well. And it was funny too, because that video, do I play on console? I play on just about everything. I've got an Xbox Series X, I've got a PS5, I have PC, my wife has a Switch, so my Sprite. No, I knocked my Sprite over. Oh shoot! Hold on, chat. I'm spilling stuff. Hold on. Oh god. No. I'm out of paper towels too. This isn't good. Is this a clip? Is this clip farming? This is not fake, I promise. I literally just spilt my... Oh, man. I gotta get more paper towels. Stella! I don't know what happened. Oh my gosh. But yeah, I do play on console. I play on PC. I try to pretty much have all of my games like everywhere, especially ones that are like cross-play. I just try to play them on anything that I can. Oh, jeez. Well, that sucks. At least I didn't lose all my Sprite. Alright. Am I good? We'll keep these. We'll keep these close by just in case. I don't know where to put them. I'll put them. Alright. We'll whack y'all. Jeez. Alright. Back to whatever the hell I was talking about. I don't remember what I was... I have no idea. Don't remember whatsoever. All right. Live chat. Okay. That's what I just wanted to watch and make sure everything was okay. Okay. So, Call of Duty. So the first 3 Call of Duties I played like later in their life cycles, which technically Call of Duty. Oh, I did that wrong. Okay. Call of Duty 1, 2, 3. COD through COD 1 through MW2. I did not play those in their primes. But back in the days of like when I started playing in Call of Duty Black Ops, you could still go back and play these games and they were actually playable. They're not like how they are now, where like you literally can't play these games anymore. But I went back and I played COD 2 and COD 3 on the 360, but I never played COD 1 just because it was PC exclusive. But I'm just going to put it in C just because it's the first Call of Duty game. You can't rank it bad just because it's like you would not have anything else that came after this without the first one. So I don't feel like you can rank it bad, but I also don't think, unless you played it in its prime in 2003, that was the year I was born. Yeah, there's no reason you should rank this any higher than C. What is this music playing? Oh my god. Alright, yeah, so I'm going to put Call of Duty in C. It might be at, like, the top of C, but for now, I think it's just right in the middle. It might even could go to the bottom of B. I don't know, but it's not very high. Is the audio cutting in and out for anyone, or is it just me? It's probably everybody, because I don't know what is wrong with my stuff. Hold on. Is the audio cutting in and out for anyone, or is it just me? It's probably everybody. It's not, doesn't seem to be cutting out on my end. I don't know. It might have just been my mic. I don't know. My mic sucks. All right. So, Call of Duty 2. You're clear on my end. Okay. So it might be a connection issue. It might just be like stuttering or whatever, but I don't know. But Jesus. I forgot that. Lawson Hurley, thank you for the sub, man. Must be connection. It's probably both. It's probably everybody's connection. I don't know what's going on with the internet nowadays. Stella, can you stop licking up the Sprite that's on the carpet? You're so funny. All right, Call of Duty 2. I'm gonna put it in B, I guess, in the bottom of B. I don't know. I mean, it was okay. I guess it was an improvement over COD 1. But I mean, really, was it really that much of an improvement? These will probably be right next to each other. I just don't know if I want to keep this in C and just put it above it or put it at like the bottom of B. I'm gonna put it here. I think this is fine because Call of Duty 3 I think is garbage. It's not like trash, completely trash, but COD 3 I was not a fan of it. I never really liked it just because like it just wasn't that good. The campaign was mid. It was corny and cheesy as hell. The multiplayer was not good either. And like that was like all CODs had back in the day. You literally had multiplayer and campaign and that was it. And so just yeah, the campaign was not that fun. And then the multiplayer was very mid, and so it was just kind of whatever. So I mean, it's not great. At least like Call of Duty 2 I think had a really good campaign. And COD 1 was kind of the same way. It's like the campaign was okay, and the multiplayer. You can still play COD 1's multiplayer today on PC. Like, there's a lot of people that actually still play this game, which is pretty cool. But yeah, COD 2, it was kind of just mid all around. It had a good story, mid multiplayer, so it just kind of lands it here. But yeah, Call of Duty 3, didn't really care for it. Was never really a big thing for me. But, okay, COD 4. Once again, I did not play this game in its prime. And I know that this game literally changed Call of Duty and just the FPS genre forever. But I'm putting it in A. Just because I like the story. The campaign is amazing. Just the MW1, 2, and 3, the original, that campaign trilogy is amazing. It's better than the Black Ops 1, 2, and 3, which I guess you can count World at War 2. But if you're going off of the original story from World at War to Black Ops 3, I think the Modern Warfare series is a better story just because the Black Ops 3 story was so terrible and it just literally did nothing. If Black Ops 3 had a good campaign, I think that trilogy would be better. But I feel like MW3 had a satisfying ending. I feel like it was... For most trilogies, usually the ending is never really that good, but I feel like MW3 had a good ending. But COD 4 as a whole, I just think it's... I don't think it's amazing. I think it's great, and it's great for what it did for Call of Duty and FPS games as a whole. But I don't put it up in S like other people do. There's a lot more people out there that put this game very high up in like their top 3. It's just not... It's not for me. World at War, though, I put World at War above COD 4. I respect COD 4 for what it did, but I think World at War was a better game. Just because, one, zombies, like, zombies literally, like, gave Call of Duty a whole other reason to make Call of Duty. So, zombies in itself puts it in S for me. But, amazing campaign. Amazing story. The multiplayer was good. It had its the campaign, or the multiplayer was actually great. It was a reskin of COD 4, which I think it was like I could understand it because COD 4 had a great formula, so it's like why change it? At that point in time, if it worked well in COD 4, it was going to work well in World at War. There was no change it. But I will say the guns were OP, but it was the same thing for COD 4. You had M16, World at War, you had the MP40. So it's like all the guns were overpowered. The guns that were overpowered were overpowered. They didn't get patched. Things didn't get patched back then like they do today. If a game launched with a gun that didn't work well, it just stayed there. It was there forever. Is this okay? I was about to say this thing's freaking me out. I hate when it does this. Dude, stop it. Okay, but World at War, I think just all around is a better game. Yeah, so that's why it's not at the top of S for me, but it is in S 100%. And now MW2 is where I say the Modern Warfare franchise really just went crazy. MW2 is better than COD 4. I don't think there's a lot of people that disagree with that, but I know there are some people that think that COD 4 is better. And if you're probably like 40 years old if you think that. But yeah, MW2 was so much fun. It's like just the overpoweredness of the guns and just every gun was OP. It was fun. It was exactly what a FPS shooter video game should be, and it was fun. It was fun for everybody who played it. There was no skill base, which people say there was skill based matchmaking back then, but I don't believe it. I think it was all connection based, and everybody just had a good time. It didn't matter if you were good at the game, bad at the game. You could get one of those games where you just got in there and you just went insane, and that's what hooked you. That was all you needed. You needed that one game that you played where you dropped 40, 50 kills, you got your first nuke, whatever, and it had you hooked. And I feel like MW2 was the first Call of Duty game that did that. And one of the only Call of Duty games that did that, except for like 2 more. But MW2 was so much fun, even as somebody who didn't play it when it launched. I had to go back and play it. But I still thought it was... But on the other side of that, I think Black Ops 1 is better. Go here. Okay. Black Ops 1 was my favorite Call of Duty of all time. I loved Black Ops 1 so much. Once again, it's kind of the same reason why World at War is above COD 4 because of the zombies. Same thing with me for MW2 to BO1. I think multiplayer and campaign-wise, they are super close. But when it comes to just having that third mode, zombies clears Spec Ops or whatever the hell they were doing. It was like, it's not even close. So it's once again, it's the same thing. I will say the MW2 multiplayer was more fun, but just as a more balanced all around multiplayer game, Black Ops was insane. It was so good. It was so good. Cause I mean, you got the story, the campaign, which is already a continuation of World at War, but it was its own thing at the same time, and it birthed its own franchise. It was awesome. And then the multiplayer, sure, your guns were not as OP as they were in MW2. There was no nuke. People complained about there not being a nuke, which, I mean, I get. But just the multiplayer itself was so balanced and so just, like, well put together. And it was just clean. It was a clean multiplayer game, multiplayer experience. It had that fast-paced Call of Duty feeling that every Call of Duty has compared to other FPS games. It was set in a time period that wasn't World War II, but it also wasn't modern. It was in the middle, and I don't think there was many, like, I think Battlefield 2042 or something, or not 2042, Battlefield Bad Company 2, that was kind of in that Vietnam era, but it wasn't for the whole game. But I liked the setting. And then just it was a well fleshed out multiplayer game. The guns were good. There was a couple of kind of trash guns, but for the most part they were all balanced. They were all good. What else? Kill streaks were good. Maps were amazing. We're still playing Call of Duty Black Ops maps to this day. Same thing with MW2. Yeah, BO1 campaign is the GOAT. I fully agree with that. The BO1 campaign is just, it's literally a Hollywood movie. It is a Hollywood movie in a video game. And then the party modes, the party game modes in BO1 multiplayer, oh my, dude. Like, one in the chamber, sticks and stones, gun game, and that was when you could have the wager matches. So, like, you earned COD points from playing the game. Not COD points like we have today, but, like, it was just like an in-game currency. Like, that was it. It was all it was used for. And then just, you could wager them in gun game and all the party modes. And you used that to, like, unlock camos and attachments. It was like a whole marketplace. It was literally an internal marketplace, and it was amazing. It was so good. And then zombies. Black Ops 1 zombies, if Chronicles never released for BO3, Black Ops 1 zombies would be the best zombies. And like there's no way around that. Revelations was such a bad ending to me that I think if Chronicles never released after Revelations, Black Ops 1 Zombies would still be better than BO3. Just because of the story. It was, dude, Kino, like, BO1 does not have a bad map. Even though I don't care for Moon on BO1, I still think Moon is a good map. I would just prefer it on BO3. But, like, just as a whole, BO1 does not have a bad zombies map. And it's, like, every BO1 map is A tier or above. Every single one of them. They're so good. So, yeah. That's my BO1 rant, or just why I think BO1 was really good. And I think it's better than it. But here's one that I think a lot of people are going to think is controversial. I put MW3 in C. I'll put it at the top of C. I did not care for MW3. I enjoyed the campaign. I think it was the worst out of the three. I agree on that take. I love every BO1 Zombies map. Moon has always been my favorite classic map, and Call of the Dead is still one of the funnest co-op maps. Yes, for sure. Moon for me was just always annoying, and so it's just like, and I just, the BO1 system compared to the BO3 system, and I just think it's ugly. But like, especially since I've went back after playing all of them again, dude, Shangri-La is so much fun. That is such a challenging but fun map. And yeah, Call of the Dead is in my top 10. It's one of my favorite zombies maps of all time. 5 is fun. Ascension can get boring, but it's still, it's like Kino and Ascension are in their own little area of like easier maps. 5, Call of the Dead, Shangri-La, Moon, those are your challenging maps, dude. And they're just so perfect. They're so perfect. But anyways, MW3, I was playing Black Ops still. I was playing year 2 of Black Ops. I was not really playing MW3 that much. Just like I said, I think the campaign, the ending of this is the worst out of the 3, out of the trilogy. And the multiplayer was just kind of whatever. It's mid. I think this is a mid Call of Duty game. But some people just hold this in such high regard for no reason, and I don't understand why. Like, yes, it was fun. It was still in the golden age of Call of Duty, but it's just, as a game, as in a whole, I thought it was mid, and I didn't really care for it. Now, Black Ops 2. I put Black Ops 2 in between Black Ops and MW3. I still think it's amazing as a whole, as a game. The entire game, I still think it's amazing. People don't remember, but MW3 had mixed reviews during its life cycle. Guns were fun, but a lot of the map sucks. Yeah, and I agree. Yeah, MW3, well, it was a rushed game because after MW2, literally half of Infinity Ward quit. Like, half of their studio left to go start Respawn Studio, I think is what it was. They went to Respawn Studio, which made Titanfall, Titanfall 2, and Apex Legends. So, if you think about it, it's I can't completely like 100% compare the two, but if you think about it, you see the way that MW2 played, the original MW2, and how fast-paced and chaotic it was. Now think about how Titanfall 2 and Apex Legends are. It's exactly the same. It's just in different settings. It's a different art style, it's in different settings, but the gameplay between MW2 and Apex Legends is so similar just because of the studio. Like, they took their perfect formula of how to make a multiplayer game and brought it to Apex Legends and Titanfall, and they're amazing games. They're amazing games. So, that's another reason why I don't think MW3 is good. It just didn't have the same feeling as MW2 did. And it's because the studio wasn't there. The game was made in like 8 months. The game was literally made in like 8 months. So, for that, I'll give it to them. They still made a good game in 8 months. But just as a whole, I think it was mid. And now Black Ops 2. To me, the only thing that brings it lower than BO1 is because of the zombies. And so I'll start from top to bottom. Campaign was also amazing. Just as good, if not a tad bit better than Black Ops. I still think Black Ops is better, but it's literally like they are right next to each other. And that just makes the two of them together just amazing. I didn't know all that. Makes a lot of sense now. MW3 felt very different, and it did a lot. Even though it had the same idea, it still had the same style of multiplayer, the same style of weapons, and the same style of kill streaks, things like that, perks. But it was made by completely different people, which is and it makes sense. But I still think it's not bad. I don't think MW3 is bad. But yeah, Black Ops 2, amazing story. Multiplayer, super fun. I think this and MW2, these are the greatest 2 multiplayers of all time. BO2 is just under BO1 for me. BO1 had the story and BO2 had the gameplay. I can agree with that. The gameplay of BO2 was better, but the story of BO1 was better. For sure. But yeah, MW2 and Black Ops 2 multiplayers are literally the one-for-one way that any studio should create a multiplayer. For FPS games. If you are making an FPS game, you should literally just you should take every single bit of your notes and your inspirations from these 2 games. These 2 games had the most fun multiplayers anybody could ever experience. Easy to get into, fun weapons, fun gameplay, amazing maps. And it had the first DLC weapons. It had the Peacekeeper. I think it was the only DLC weapon, but it was the first DLC weapons. The camos, 199 camos, by the way. $1.99 to buy a camo, and you could use that camo on every single gun. It's not like how it is now, where you have to spend $25 on a weapon skin, and it literally is only for one freaking gun. You paid $2, and you could have a bacon wrap, and you could use it on every gun. Dude, what has Call of Duty turned into? What has Call of Duty freaking turned into? Anyways, okay. So, but the zombies for me is just what killed it. Yes, Mob of the Dead, Buried, and Origins exist. But I cannot live in a world where I don't remember how Transit and Die Rise made me feel. And that's why BO2 isn't the top for me. People can talk about the nostalgia and like, oh, well, in hindsight, it doesn't matter if Transit and Die Rise were bad. We had the other 3 maps. But I cannot go back and just think about how I felt at the time playing Transit. And first off, playing Black Ops 2 or Black Ops 1 for 2 years. Playing those zombies maps for 2 years because I was not playing MW3 that much. And then loading into Black Ops 2 after being able to play all of these Black Ops 1 maps, these amazing maps that I was able to play for 2 years and did not get bored of it. And then you're going to make me go play Transit or Nuketown. Like, it was awful. It was awful. It's an awful experience. And yes, you had Town. I had Town. But I would have rather... I just went back and played BO1. If I wanted to play a survival map, I had the 4 World at War maps on BO1. I didn't need to. I could play Doris. I could play Shino. I could play Verrucht. All of the BO2 survival maps, I was able to play better versions of them in BO1. So yes, Town was good. I can't describe how disappointing Transit was coming off of BO1. And that's exactly how I felt. Because of the ending of Moon was the greatest zombies ending we've ever had. It was the greatest conclusion to a zombies game we've ever had. And then you throw us into Nuketown and Transit. And then not only that, you had to deal with that. I was still playing Black Ops 1, going back to playing Black Ops 1. I was getting more into multiplayer because of that zombies map. And then you release Die Rise. You make people go through all of that. And they decided to release Die Rise. And that's why so many people left the zombies community. They stopped playing it. They were getting ready for GTA 5. People didn't care. Once Die Rise came out and the people that left the zombies community left, a lot of them did not look back because they had GTA 5 coming. And I think that's going to be the same thing with Call of Duty now once GTA 6 drops. If Call of Duty Black Ops 7 can't deliver, GTA 6 is gonna make people leave. And it's gonna be the same thing that happened in BO2. And Ghost. People played BO2. They started playing GTA 5. Who the hell went back and played Ghost? After GTA 5 launched, who was playing Ghost? And it's gonna be the same thing. Black Ops 7 has to convince people, is for sure make or break. Yes, 100%. It has to make sure that people are still interested in Call of Duty after GTA 6 launches. It has to. Because it's going to be the same thing like with Ghost. If Black Ops 6 is not launched well and people are playing it through the life cycle all the way until GTA 6, then the next Call of Duty will be one of the worst selling Call of Duties of all time. It will. Whatever the next Call of Duty that's coming after BO7, whether it's Advanced Warfare 2 or I don't even know who's making the next one. I don't even know who's making the next game. But it's going to fail. If Black Ops 7 doesn't deliver, the next Call of Duty game is going to be one of the worst Call of Duties of all time. So, on that note, Black Ops 2 is still great. I love Black Ops 2, but Transit and Die Rise are the reason why it's not above Black Ops 1. That's it. But now, we're going to move on to this was the first dark age of Call of Duty. For anybody that was not around in 2013, this was the start of the first dark age that we had. And honestly, this game is most of the reason that we are here where we are now with Call of Duties. People don't realize that. But Call of Duty Ghosts set Call of Duty back so much from where they were. And that's why I think it is an F tier game. It is garbage. Absolutely garbage. Campaign was terrible. People want to talk about the Ghost campaign and they think that it was good. And they haven't played it recently. They just remember playing it when they were younger and they thought it was good. F tier 100%. Yes. It's awful. That campaign was some of the corniest, cheesiest, just no personality, no redeemable characters, none of it. And was literally copying missions and cutscenes from other Call of Duty games. Like, literally, there's one cutscene. I don't remember where it is. I can probably find it. There was one cutscene in Ghost that was literally part of the MW2 cutscenes, and it was a 1-for-1 animation. Let me see if I can let me see if I can find it. Guys, I hope there's not porn on here. Please tell me if there was porn. Ghost, COD, Ghost, MW2, same cutscene. Yes, this is it, dude. This is right here. Let's see if I can find it. Okay. Yeah, this cutscene right here from Ghost is literally the exact same thing from MW2.
It's kindly sent to me by this other small YouTuber. I will link his channel on screen and in the description. His name is Santa Tribal. And basically, an awesome thing that I spotted is that the Modern Warfare 2 ending, the cutscene is actually the same as the Call of Duty Ghosts.
Bro, like, are we serious?
You can see we've got the exact same movements from Modern Warfare 2 imported into Call of Duty Ghosts. We knew.
Like, are we serious? And it's the same studio. You're telling me these, and this is the first mission of the game. This is the first thing that you see. This is the first thing that you see when you start the Call of Duty Ghost campaign. And you're telling me that they just literally ripped the MW2 campaign ending. And they put it out here and said, you know what, this is good.
That Call of Duty Ghosts is, again,
it's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Like, how do you justify that? I can't. Not only that, like I said, the characters were terrible. The characters were non-redeemable. You're left on a cliffhanger. That is probably the reason why people actually care about this campaign, just because it was left on a cliffhanger. But we're never going to get we're not going to solve the story. Like, this is never going to be a thing again. So, I don't know. And multiplayer, trash. Trash. Awful. Honey Badger was good. I just finished redoing the Ghost campaign. Okay, please tell me if you think, after just replaying it, do you genuinely think it is a good campaign? And if you do, I would love to know your reason why. Because I can't. I'm doing the Advanced Warfare one for the first time. Advanced Warfare, we'll get to that. I'll get to how I feel about the Advanced Warfare campaign here in a minute. But I think you should replay it or play it for the first time. And I'll explain why in a minute. But Ghost multiplayer, terrible. The Honey Badger was cool. Some of the guns were nice, they were unique. was not that bad. Space mission and underwater mission are cool. See, that I can agree with, but I just can't get past how terrible the characters are. I do think that the space mission and the underwater missions were neat. Those were something that we had not really got in a Call of Duty, I don't think, until that time, where like you're actually fighting underwater or in space. So I think that was good. But the reason why I don't really care for it is because Infinite Warfare did it better. I don't know if you've played the Infinite Warfare campaign before, but underwater and space, like fighting in space, was done perfectly. It was done perfectly in Infinite Warfare. Felt a lot like a wannabe Modern Warfare game sometimes, and that's exactly what it was. They didn't make MW4 like people wanted and people expected. They created Ghost, but it was literally just a copy and paste of a Modern Warfare game with worse characters. So I don't know. It was not good. It was not good. But then multiplayer was not good. I want to show you guys something funny. Hold on. COD Ghost perk list. Yeah, guys, look at this right here. Hold on. Let's see this one right here. Yep. The sliding was awful in Ghost. Yes, it was so bad. Yeah, the perk list right here. Guys, yeah, pick 3. Pick 3 of these. Pick 3. Like, what are we doing? Like, bro, what a joke. What a literal joke. Yeah. The gameplay was not fun. The maps were god awful. There was like 2 good maps in the entire game. It was, oh god. It was, dude, it literally just hurts my head thinking about this game. Alright. And Extinction, don't even talk to me about Extinction. Literally, Extinction was just have a nice day. Like, just move on, have a nice day. Call of Duty Ghost, you're staying in F. Advanced Warfare. For me, the zombies brought Advanced Warfare down really low for me. As a game in a whole, I think it was decent. I think it was okay. I'm not somebody who hates jetpacks. I actually really like jetpack Call of Duties. I think it adds a skill gap, but it's still fun. It's still something that you can learn. So, with that being said, I put Advanced Warfare in B. It's going to be at the end, like the back half of B, but I put Advanced Warfare in B. And I know that's probably the hottest take I've ever had. to the things that I talk about, this is probably the hottest take that I've had. But the campaign in Advanced Warfare, I think, is really good. And it's not even really the story. I think that the gameplay and just the learning, the exo mechanics and the advanced movement mechanics was done really well in the campaign. And I don't know if you guys knew this, but the press F to pay respect. Yeah, literally, there it is. Press F to pay respects literally came from this game, from this campaign. That is literally the oldest meme in some of our lifetime. And it came from Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. Yep. And multiplayer, I think the multiplayer was really fun on Advanced Warfare. The exosuits were clunky. It was done better in the next 2 advanced movement games. I played it on Xbox 360, so I got X to pay respects. I also played it on Xbox 360, and the Xbox 360 version is terrible. It is awful. It's so bad. I didn't get a PS4 until 2015. It was like it was. I got Advanced Warfare when I got a PS4, but I was playing on Xbox 360 for like half of the life cycle because I got a PS4 for Black Ops 3. But yeah, multiplayer was super fun to me. If the look worse than BO1, yes, dude, the graphics were so bad. And like I didn't realize it when I was younger, but like going back and looking at them, it was so bad. But yeah, multiplayer was super fun. Playing like Search and Destroy competitive game modes was also really enjoyable. The guns, the loot boxes is what gets it for me too. The loot boxes were eventually done better in other Call of Duty games after this, which that's why I can't knock it too much because it was the first. It was the first jetpack game. It was the first game to have the loot box system. So, I mean, yes, it was the worst out of all of them, but everything was an improvement from it most of the time. Multiplayer wasn't that bad except for the package you need to buy and weapon variant. Yeah. The supply drops and weapon variants, I think, is what ruined it. This is what ruined it for me. So that is what keeps it from going into A, is the multiplayer, like the loot boxes. But what really is going to keep it down here at the end of B is Exo Zombies. Exo Zombies to me was such a sad and sorry excuse for what zombie players wanted, especially after Extinction. So, okay, this game was in development in 2011. They started development on this game in 2011 because this is what started the first 3-year life cycle for Call of Duties. After Sledgehammer Games created MW3, because Infinity Ward, literally, they were gone. That game started a gambling addiction for young gamers. No, literally. There was the CSGO cases and supply drops was literally a gambling addiction for children. But yeah, so once Sledgehammer Games finished making MW3, they started development on Advanced Warfare. And in 2011, without seeing Ghost yet or BO3 or BO2, they didn't really know what they were going for. I kind of skipped this one because I couldn't get into zombies and I didn't give the multiplayer a chance. I can see where people just didn't really do the multiplayer just because it was such a new thing that they just skipped out on it because it was just people just didn't really like it. They didn't care for it. But I think if the servers, which if you have a PC, you can download S1X, which is the client for Advanced Warfare, and you can play it. It's with bots, but like going through and playing and feeling the movement of the Advanced Warfare system, I think it was really good. But yeah, the zombies was just such a sorry excuse for a zombies mode. Dude, it hurt. It genuinely hurt me. After coming off of Ghosts, like it was the same thing like with Black Ops for me. It's like I was playing Black Ops 2 for 3 years. This game was the reason. So 2015 when they released the first, which because also you couldn't get the zombies without paying for DLC. There was no launch zombies map. There was no zombies map that launched day one with the game. DLC 1, when DLC 1 came out with Advanced Warfare, that was when you got Outbreak. Bro, I thought the same thing. It hurt. Yep. It was painful. And especially because you still had to pay for DLC back then. Like, imagine spending $15 on a DLC and you got infection. Oh, God. But, yeah. This game was the reason why I bought a PC. I got a dookie, absolutely garbage, what's it called? Like the Dell Optiplex PC, whatever they were, in 2014, 2015, and I put like a, hold Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. Was it? Yeah, there it is. And I put this graphics card. I think it was this one. Wait. When did this one release? No, not AI mode. Yeah, this was it. I got a GTX 970 and put it in a old ass like desktop computer. Even back when it was a season pass that you could buy at the same time when you buy the COD game, you pay extra $50. The DLC was for no. Yeah, bought them for months. Yeah, because that was what I did. I bought the season pass. I always got like the deluxe editions. So I was just stuck. I was stuck with those games, and I didn't even know like they were coming out. I didn't even know what the maps were. But yeah, I bought a PC and I put a GTX 970 in it, 4GB graphics card, and I started playing custom zombies. That was like. While Advanced Warfare was out, I literally went and got a PC so I could play World at War custom zombies because I just did not want to play Advanced Warfare. So that for me is why it's at the bottom of B. Fun multiplayer, good campaign, terrible zombies. Terrible zombies. Okay. Now we are into, to me, this is the peak. This is the absolute peak of Call of Duty multiplayer, Call of Duty Zombies is Black Ops 3. And it's not just because of the zombies, which a lot of people would even just put this as their favorite Call of Duty just based off the zombies, which I can agree with, but I have more about BO3 than just the zombies. One, the campaign was bad. Okay, I don't want to say it was bad in the sense of the story. The story was bad. But it was still a playable campaign. It was still a fully fledged out campaign for a Call of Duty game. You can't say that about newer Call of Duties nowadays. Like, Black Ops 4 didn't have a campaign. Vanguard, that campaign, what was even that campaign? MW2, the new MW2 was the same way. World War II, I think, is the opposite, where the story is what carried and the gameplay was not good. They focused more on the story than the actual gameplay itself. So what was really wrong with BO3's campaign other than the fact that the story didn't line up after BO2? That's literally the only problem that it has. And sure, the memes, train go boom, funny, haha, whatever. But I still think it was a fully fledged out playable campaign. So, I don't let that determine if Black Ops 3 is my favorite or not, if it's the best. Next, the game modes. I like the gameplay and art style of the BO3 campaign, and that's how I feel. I like the way that it looks. I like the way that it plays. It's just the story. The story was just not good. Hold on, guys. My wife is texting me. So, I think that it does not change how I feel about the BO3 game as a whole. Multiplayer, I think this is the most fun Call of Duty multiplayer ever. Ever. MW3 was great. Black Ops 2 was great. But when it comes to just like, I was wanting to get home from school so bad every single day because I knew I had an amazing multiplayer I could play and an amazing zombies. You can't say that about MW2 because you didn't have zombies. You couldn't really say that about BO2 at the start of the game, because yes, you had a really, really fun multiplayer, but you had to wait until like April to get Mob of the Dead. So for almost half of the game's life cycle, all I wanted to play was multiplayer. But with Black Ops 3, when I tell you I was skipping school for DLC releases. I was skipping school. I was skipping Fridays for double XP weekends. And the summer of 2016 was literally the greatest time of my life. Like that stretch, that was when I created my YouTube channel. I created my YouTube channel in 2015 doing Black Ops 3 stuff. My first YouTube channel. I was like, that was what I loved that game so much from the start. The guns are great. Yes, the supply drops are still in the game, but I think it did it a little bit better than Advanced Warfare. It's still not a great system, but the game that you didn't need them like you did in Advanced Warfare. There was no stat changing variants. Yes, there was the DLC weapons that some of them were better than the base variants, but VMP, Kuda, Locust, HVK, Man of War, Dingo, KRM, Brecci, Haymaker. All of those base variant guns, like those base guns in the game, were still amazing. So, yes, the DLC weapons were good. You had people that would spam the, the Olympia when it came out. Like, that was the shotgun spam. You had the, the MSMC. Like, that was really good. Even the M1911, when they brought that back, it had an uncapped fire rate. So people were just spamming. That was the only secondary people would run. Like, the Marshalls. Dude, the Marshall 16s were so freaking good. But yeah. Super fun maps. Dude, like, sitting here talking about this makes me want to go play BO3 multiplayer right now. Like, I literally want to go play the Black Ops 3 multiplayer. It's amazing. This is the best jetpack game. This is the best mechanics for jetpacks. It's awesome. And then the prestige system was good. The ranking system was good. DLC maps were good. It's an S tier multiplayer. It's an S tier multiplayer. And then not only that, but then you had freaking Black Ops 3 zombies. So I would get home from school. I'd sit there and I'd play multiplayer. I'd go for dark matter, camos. One more thing. Specialist was a good addition too. I like the specialist. Some of them were kind of overused, like overpowered, overused, but that's just people finding the meta. That's just what people do. But BO3 multiplayer followed up BO2 multiplayer flawlessly. I 100% agree. I 100% agree. Like, going from, if you were a multiplayer guy and you were somebody who was not ignorant to jetpacks and you gave it a chance, going from BO2 multiplayer to BO3 was such an amazing time. It was so much fun. So going through all the multiplayer, it was awesome. I'd get on multiplayer, grind for camos, get dark matter, level up, try to hit master prestige, and then as soon as I'd get done with that, I was immediately going to play Shadows of Evil, or I was immediately going to play the Giant and grind for levels on there. Like, imagine you got to sit there and play Black Ops 3 multiplayer. You had so much fun. You were using the Kuda, long barrel, high caliber, fast mags with a freaking rapid fire. You played that for like 3 or 4 hours. You got to play on maps like, was it Fringe? Fringe was good. You had Nuketown, Infection, I can't remember the names of them, but like the maps were so good. You played that for a couple of hours, and then you got to go hop on Shadows of Evil. Like, what else would you want to? What else would you want? What else would you want? And then you had DLC 1. You got to play Splash. Dude, do y'all remember Splash? The multiplayer map? The freaking water park map? Dude. It's so fun. It's so fun. And then after that, you got to go play Horizon Drac. Splash is amazing. And then you go and play Horizon Drac. Zetsubo was a dud at first. I will say, just because I'm basing it off of like in the game's life cycle as well. Zetsubo kind of flopped. It's an amazing map now. We just needed a couple years to let it sit and like us get used to it. But at the time, Zetsubo was not good. Zetsubo is honestly like Shadows is the best launch map. I agree, and I also think Shadows is the greatest zombies map of all time. It is my favorite zombies map of all time. But Zetsubo, just the launch was not good, and a lot of people even were like, yeah, Zetsubo's just as bad as Transit is, which I don't agree with, but some people at that time were like, yeah, Zetsubo is literally like right next to Transit is like the worst map of all time. But whatever. And then you got Gorod Krovi in the summer of 2016 at the launch of the Z House. So I'm telling you guys, dude. I always like Zets because I love the jungle maps. And see, I liked the jungle maps too. It was just when the map launched, it was just so buggy. It was such a buggy launch. GK perfect summer map, literally. It was literally perfect. You could not have released Gorod Krovi at a better time. Dude. And then we got to watch the Z House all summer. The content on YouTube was literally like 2016 was not just peak Call of Duty. It was peak YouTube. It was peak life. Like literally, it was who said it? I think it was the Smith Plays. He said that Z House 1, like that time, 2016 summer was the peak of the earth. It was the peak of the earth. Like nobody was having a bad time in 2016 except for Harambe. Harambe was the only one that had a bad time in 2016. But we got the meme, though. We got the meme. We got one of the greatest memes of all time. But there was also the fall. Revelations was underwhelming for me. But then they released Zombies Chronicles, and I was like, dude. It didn't matter. It did not matter if Revelations was not as good as it should have been. They released Zombies Chronicles as it was the first DLC 5 in Call of Duty history. It was a meme. It was a meme for so long. DLC 5 in Call of Duty. And we actually got it in Black Ops 3. And it was literally the greatest selling DLC of all time. For a Call of Duty Zombies mode. It's amazing. It's amazing. And not only the main three, like the campaign, the multiplayer, and the zombies. Like, think about all the side content that you had in BO3 too. You had Nightmare, which was the zombies version of the campaign. It was literally a whole campaign with zombies. You had Free Run. I really wish they would have took advantage of free run and added more maps, but they didn't. But it was still a fun little side mode. Dead Ops Arcade 3, the first person Dead Ops, or that was Dead Ops Arcade 2. My bad. Yeah, that 2. Dead Ops Arcade 2. It was fun. I mean, like, you had so much side content. Like, you couldn't get bored playing Black Ops 3. You couldn't. But, yeah. That was like, 2016 was the time. Because you know how people talk about nowadays, like, nobody knows gaming. Like, because everybody's rotation of games is just either Call of Duty, 2K, or GTA, or Fortnite. Like, that's the 4 games that everybody plays. It's a Call of Duty game, a sports game, GTA 5 or Fortnite. It's the only games that people play. In 2016, if your gaming rotation was Call of Duty, NBA 2K 16, Madden 16, what other games? GTA 5 was still peak. Like, dude, if those were the games you were rotating through, it was perfectly acceptable. It was perfectly acceptable. Nobody would say anything to you if the only thing that you played in 2016 was Call of Duty, 2K, and GTA. Because they were amazing games. They were made amazingly back then, and they're not anymore. Now, if those are the 4 games that you play, you're looked at as a weirdo. So, yeah, Black Ops 3. I could literally sit here, and I probably have sat here and talked for 30 minutes just about Black Ops 3. I could sit here and talk about Black Ops 3 for 4 hours. Oh, I need a break. But moving on, Infinite Warfare. I think of it kind of the same way as I do Advanced Warfare, where, I think Infinite Warfare was just at the wrong place at the wrong time. – 2016, 2017 was when everyone got prescription glasses. But Infinite Warfare, I think, was wrong place, wrong time. Because by this point, everybody was just tired of the jetpacks. They were tired of the futuristic. And so it never really stood a chance. As soon as Infinite Warfare was announced, they didn't even need to see a trailer. Once they heard the words Infinite Warfare, they were just like, we're literally going into 3050. And so people just literally did it's the most disliked game trailer on YouTube. It might still be the most disliked video on YouTube. I don't know. But it's up there. It is up there. I think YouTube Rewind 2018 is the worst one. But anyways, it was doomed from the start because everybody was tired of the futuristic. And it's kind of the Infinity Ward suffered the same problem as they did with Ghost. When they were in the development of it, they didn't know people were going to get tired of that genre. So it just kind of screwed them over. They couldn't scrap the game. So it just but the thing is that if you go back and play it, the campaign was phenomenal. The campaign was probably one of the best Call of Duty campaigns we have ever seen. And then the multiplayer was mid. It was okay. It was a rip-off of BO3 with the specialists and all that stuff. It still had the stat-changing weapon variants. The maps were not really great, but it was still fun. It's still, you could go back and play it and it was still fun. And then zombies, I think, is underrated for Infinite Warfare. The only bad Infinite Warfare maps that I have are Attack of the Radioactive Thing and Beast from Beyond. I think that Zombies in Spaceland Raven the Redwoods and Shaolin Shuffle, I think those are good maps. Spaceland is literally one of the greatest. It's top 5 zombies map of all time. Raven the Redwoods is good, but because it came after Spaceland, it just was not going to be as good. And then Shaolin's pretty good. Spaceland might be the best zombie. If you told me that Zombies in Spaceland is your favorite zombies map, I would not argue with you. I wouldn't. Because I can 100% understand it. So, that's the reason why it's in B for me. A lot of people put this in F. Which, if you're a multiplayer person, I can understand. If that's all you play is multiplayer, put it in F. I agree. But I still think that the campaign carries this game. And the zombies is holding a little bit of it too. But then we move on to a game that I absolutely despise. I'm not going to put it in F, but I am going to put it in the bottom of D. I hate Call of Duty World War II. And people are, once again, it's going to be the whole, like, the rose-tinted glasses are going to get to them. Because the Call of Duty World War II that they remember was 6 months after the game launched. If you were playing Call of Duty World War II between launch and the first 6 months of the game, it was absolutely unplayable. It was awful. It was absolutely terrible. And then Fortnite came out. Fortnite Battle Royale came out I think in September. Didn't really get big until around the end of 2017, end of the year. And then absolutely exploded. War 2 has a choke, but Final Reich was legendary. I do agree with Final Reich. I love Final Reich and Groston House. I think those are 2 really good maps. But Fortnite blew up in 2018 during this game's life cycle. And there was literally no saving it. The campaign was mid. Once again, they focused on the story, and the gameplay itself was not good. And the story was still pretty corny and cheesy anyways. Multiplayer after the 6-month patch where they did like a rehaul, was good. It was fun, but you're not going to change how I feel about those first 6 months of that game. And then I started playing Fortnite, and it's like I had no reason to go back. And then it was the same thing with zombies. I played Final Reich. I played Groston House. And I thought they were fun. I really liked Final Reich. But as soon as the Darkest Shore came out, and I played that map, oh my god. Dude. I literally was just like, no. And I stopped. I stopped playing. I moved on to Fortnite. And I was literally only playing Fortnite. So, it was bad. It was really bad. And then the DLC just did not make it any better. Darkest Shore. Then what was after that? The Shadowed Throne. The Tortured Path. And the Frozen Dawn. What were they thinking when they made the Darkest Shore? I genuinely couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you. But whatever it was not good. It was not good. So yeah. World War II is a D for me. Decent multiplayer after the 6-month patch. But before that, get it out of my face. All right, Black Ops 4. Black Ops 4 is hard for me. Because no campaign, for one. I am a campaign guy. I like playing Call of Duty campaigns. Oh, no. I like playing Call of Duty campaigns. So, in the fact that there was not one in BO4, we're going to disagree on this one. Oh. And I've noted a lot of my subscribers are BO4 lovers. But the campaign, there wasn't one. Multiplayer, I think, was really good. I enjoyed the multiplayer. I thought it was fun. But the launch of Black Ops 4 Zombies literally just... I went back to Fortnite. I've left Call of Duty in World War II to play Fortnite. I came back to play because I think... What season was out when BO4 came out? Was it season 6, chapter 1? With the fucking cube and the island floating around? I didn't like that season, so I was like, dude, Black Ops 4 is gonna get me off of this game. It's gonna kill it. And then when because I played the beta of Blackout in the summer, that was goated. I think Blackout was really good. We'll talk about that in a minute. But then when I got the full game, and when I loaded into Voyage of Despair, I said, Fortnite Season 7, here I come. And I went back to Fortnite. And I went back to freaking Fortnite. It took years, but these past couple, I've started to love BO4. It took time and updates to get it to that point, though. It's the same thing that happened with World War II. And to me, having that happen 2 times in a row, I couldn't do it. World War II did that for me already by giving me a terrible game at launch and making it better 6 months into the year, 7 months into the year. And then that happens again with BO4. I didn't want to do it. When Fortnite was literally coming out with update after update after update and was giving us fresh content every week. Fortnite was literally giving us new stuff every single week. Every Tuesday. A new gun, a new item, a new weapon, something. And Call of Duty couldn't keep up. They couldn't keep up with it. So, when they tried to do that with BO4, and it failed, I was done. I didn't want... this was my fall off, okay? This was my fall off of Call of Duty, was Black Ops 4. This is when I stopped playing it as much as I did before. Like, I played more Advanced Warfare than I did BO4. And most of my time that I spent on BO4, if I was playing it, I was playing Blackout. I thought Blackout was fun. If it had the Warzone armor system, I would say that Blackout would be better than Warzone. I'm not a Warzone guy. I really don't care for Warzone. But I thought Blackout was really fun. The only issue, other than the armor system, was the fact that it was not free to play. You had to buy BO4 to play Blackout. It wasn't separate the way Warzone was, and that's why I think most people would say that it failed. If Blackout would have been free, it would have done so much better. Especially since they were trying to be in direct competition with Fortnite. Trying to compete with Fortnite, and if the first thing you do is make it to where people have to pay for your game, you've lost. You've lost. Because why would they pay for that when they can go play Fortnite for free? So that was their first mistake with Blackout. But once you play it, I think it's fun. I think it's enjoyable. But yeah, BO4 Zombies, those launch maps, 9 was great. I love 9. But sitting there for a week straight trying to figure out trying to do the Blood of the Dead Easter egg. No, thank you. I will never get that week back. Like, that was the biggest waste of time in my entire life. So for that, I put it at the bottom of B. Just because Dead of the Night is great. Ancient Evil is great. And TOG is okay. But Alpha Omega is my worst, other than Duran Fong, which I don't even know if we can really count Duran Fong being from Treyarch. But maps made by Treyarch, Alpha Omega is the worst map ever. It's my personal worst Treyarch map ever created. I don't like it at all. But, yeah. It had great maps, but it also had terrible maps. So that's why I'm putting it in B. And I liked the multiplayer. Die Rise is the worst map, in my opinion. I can agree with that. I think Transit is worse than Die Rise. Not by much, but I really don't know what it is. It kind of just depends how I feel. Sometimes I think Die Rise is the worst. Sometimes I think Transit is the worst. But all of that literally, like, I don't even think about Transit and Die Rise being bad anymore because Alpha Omega exists. So, yeah, it's gross. But multiplayer was fun, so that's why I put it in the bottom of B. And Blackout was fun. All right. Here's another hot take. I think some of you might agree with me because a lot of us are zombies guys. We're not really multiplayer guys. But the multiplayer community, if there's anybody on my channel that is from the multiplayer community, you guys are literally going to shit on me so hard about this. I think COD MW19 is mid. Actually, I'll put it above. I'll put it here. Just because it's better than these two. But I do not like MW 2019. So, another thing with the rose-tinted glasses, this was the game during COVID. This is the game everybody was playing during COVID. We were all locked inside. So, pretty much any game in the year of 2020, people were just playing it, so now everybody thinks that it's good when it's really not. Once again, people don't remember the launches of these games. They just remember the last time that they played it. They don't remember how broken and busted this game was at launch. No mini-map. We didn't have a freaking mini-map. It was a compass. And then when they added the mini-map in the full game, there was no red dots on the mini-map. You couldn't see people. Dead Silence became a specialist, or whatever it's called. A field utility. I don't know what the hell it is. It was no longer a perk. So it was just footstep whoring galore. And so you know what that made everybody do? It made everybody sit in a freaking corner. And then doors. This game introduced doors. So people were literally just hiding in dark corners. Dude. The maps, some of them were literally god-awful. What was the one with the bridge? Euphrates Bridge? Whatever it was called? Awful. Piccadilly? Oh my god. No. Dude, like... Ugh. Hackney Yard was good. Shoot House was iconic now. It's considered iconic. But, I mean, that's it. I can't even remember half of the maps on MW 2019. Scrapyard. I know they brought back Scrapyard. It was good. And then they brought like Rust, like original maps. Awful. Awful. The campaign was okay. I didn't care for the reboot, but I mean, it was good. It was all right. But dude, that multiplayer, Search and Destroy was the only good thing about that multiplayer. It's the only thing that keeps it from going into D. And I don't care about Warzone, so I played Warzone during COVID when we were all in lockdown just like everybody else did, but I've never been a Warzone guy. The only time I really ever cared about Warzone was Resurgence. But big map, Verdansk, Caldera, whatever, Warzone, no. I don't care for it. And the gameplay is good. I like the gameplay, like the movement and the gunplay, but that's it. That's literally the only thing that I like about Modern Warfare 2019 is the gameplay. That's it. All right, next. One of the most underrated Call of Duty games of all time. I think MW 2019 is one of the most overrated. I think Cold War is one of the most underrated games. I put Cold War at the top of B. Right under MW3 is perfect for this game. I agree on the gameplay and the gunplay. Yeah. And this is one thing that I like to argue with people about. You got to realize that Warzone, the plan for Warzone to be in development was done before while Blackout was being made. Blackout was rushed. It was literally made in like 6 months. But once they started doing that, Infinity Ward had 2 years to work on Warzone. And you know what they did first? Warzone. Warzone mechanics. MW 2019 is literally just Warzone multiplayer. Warzone was made before this game was made. They were making the campaign, but the Warzone mechanics were made before the multiplayer was made. And that's the truth. It's literally Warzone multiplayer. So, it's another reason why I don't like it. But on the other hand, I think Cold War is really, really good. I'm actually going to do this. I'm going to put, just because nothing else is really going to go in A, I'm going to put World at War and A right there. Just so it can sit with COD 4. These are the GOATs, though. But yeah, Cold War, I really enjoyed Cold War. I think it had a good campaign. Ending was kind of whatever. Good campaign, though. Really fun multiplayer. And I did enjoy the zombies. Iffy. It was iffy. I think it's slightly above mid. It's just above mid. Because I think the campaign was really fun. And this Call of Duty was when they introduced Resurgence into Warzone. And that was the only version of Warzone I'd play was on Rebirth Island. So, for that reason, I put it in B. D Machine is fun. I really, really liked D Machine. The camos were great. I did the camo grind. Firebase Z, bad. It was trash. Outbreak was whatever. It was okay. Mauer or Toten, that's the best. I think that's the best map in Cold War. Really like Mauer. And then Forsaken is garbage. So, yeah. So it's like, you got to split. It's like half and half. You got 2 great maps, you got 2 trash maps, and then you got 1 right in the middle. And then, like I said, I enjoyed the multiplayer. So, I think it's in B. Now, this freaking monstrosity is going into F. But I'll put it above Ghost. Vanguard, just trash campaign. We already talked about this. Multiplayer was whatever. I just did not like the fact that every single gun got to level 70 to get fully maxed out, and it had 10 attachments. Each gun could get 10 attachments. It's too much. Only above Ghost because of Shinonuma? Literally. That is literally the reason why it is above Ghost. That's it. If Shinonuma would have never released, it would be below Ghost. Because I would rather play Extinction than play Duron Fong or Terra Maledicta or the Archon. But I like Shinonuma. But yeah, multiplayer was meh, was whatever. And zombies is garbage, except for Shinonuma. There's not much that I need to say about Vanguard. Everybody knows that Vanguard's bad. But this, to me, this right here, this absolute piece of shit is the worst Call of Duty that has ever released. As somebody who has a lot of hours on this game, I can safely tell you that this is the most unfun, just literally like non-fun Call of Duty game you could ever play. At least with Vanguard, the multiplayer, it was fast-paced. It was quick. You could slide cancel. You could do all this stuff. The movement was cool. And I get some people don't like that. And that was the reason why this game was made. Was for the freaking 50-year-old men that still play this damn game complaining that, like, all people do is slide cancel. Oh, no. I play on force sensitivity. I can't turn my right stick fast enough. Like, you're telling me you created a Call of Duty game to cater to the literal senior citizens who play this damn game. It was bad. It was awful. It was clunky, slow, sluggish, gross. It had the same problems that MW 2019 had, but literally just made the game speed like 12 times slower. Maps were shit. Farm 18 was okay. They added Shipment back and Shoot House. Those were like the only maps that were playable. The game didn't have hardcore. So as somebody, I did the Orion camo grind. So like every single gun to get it platinum, you had to get long shots. So you're telling me I had to get freaking long shots with an SMG with no hardcore. I had to do it in core. Because by the time I finished the camo challenges, hardcore it came out like 2 weeks later. God, dude. I honestly thought about making a video. Hold on. Yeah, I'm going over to my wife's parents' house and we're gonna eat Chinese food. But yeah, just I was gonna make a video on this game, just talking about how I think it's the worst Call of Duty game ever. I loaded it into it, played one game just to like make sure all my recording stuff was working, and I got off. Like, I don't even know if I could put myself through sitting down and playing that game. It's so bad. So, but after that, Modern Warfare 3 came out, and I think it's good. I'm going to put it behind Cold War just because the zombies is not good in MW3. But, yeah, the zombies in MW3 was not good. I did not like MWZ, so that's why I put it behind Cold War. But I think the multiplayer was fun, and the campaign was pretty good. There's not much that I can say about MW3. It's just the fact that this is what MW2 should have been. This was the game that this game was supposed to be, and then they just decided to release this garbage. So, yeah. MW3 was really fun. And now... Now we're on to the final game. Black Ops 6. I really don't know how I feel about BO6. I kind of want to just put it in C, just because I don't think it's great, but I also don't think it's bad. I would probably put it here. I put it here. I don't think it's better than MW3, but I like Omni movement more, and just like the gameplay and the maps and stuff are just a tad bit better than MW 2019, and it has zombies, so that's why I think it's better. But zombies carries Black Ops 6. 100%, it carries Black Ops 6. The multiplayer is in such a bad state, and like Warzone is in such a bad state. It's like, if you're not playing BO6 for zombies and you're not like in the competitive scene, like, don't play it. There's literally no point in playing it. But I do really like Black Ops 6 zombies for the most part. Terminus is great. I like Terminus. I actually really like Terminus. Liberty Falls is pretty good. I used it to grind camos. I mean, it did exactly what... It's a glorified survival map. Citadel, awesome. Citadel is probably the best map. Really like Citadel. Tomb was kind of mid. It was whatever. I don't think... I didn't really care for it too much. And Shattered Veil is pretty good. So, in a whole, zombies... The maps are great. I just hate Warzone mechanics in my zombies maps. Stop making it like Warzone. Stop. Like, it's literally just... That's what's killing this game. So, yeah. I think it's just mid. Black Ops 6 is pretty mid. So here is my complete Call of Duty tier list. These are all the main series games. Black Ops 3 is my number 1, and MW2 2022 is the worst. Yeah. And it's just the rapid decline from here. Rapid decline. But will we ever get back to this? Nailed it. BO6 has a great zombies map, but the Warzone mechanics bring the maps down a tier. Yeah, for sure. If Black Ops 6 had even like, if it had BO3 mechanics, it would be in B. But yeah, Warzone mechanics are just not it. I don't know if we'll ever get back to this age of Call of Duty again. These games right here. We might not ever. We might be seeing the absolute downfall of Call of Duty right now. But this, if you got to experience this in your lifetime, consider yourself lucky. Because there's like kids out there that like, the only games that they know are MW 2019, MW2, Vanguard, Cold War, MW3, and Black Ops 6. Like, their first game was Modern Warfare 2019. And I feel so sorry for you. I feel so sorry for you. But, yeah. I'm also a Treyarch fanboy, so I prefer Treyarch games. BO7, please don't kill the franchise. It's literally make or break with BO7. But my hopes are high, but my expectations are low. Because I want it to be good, but I'm not going to expect it to be good. But yeah, so that's that. That is... even though it's on the downhill already. Yeah, I think COD's been on the downhill since Warzone 2, which Vanguard technically, but yeah. That is Call of Duty in a nutshell. Ow, yum, yum. I'm trying to think about what I do now. I've got about an hour before I need to leave, so let's go back. Anything good on YouTube? Anything interesting going on YouTube? Ugh. I've got a can you drop the Discord link? Oh, yeah. Let me go. How do I share Discord links? Invite people. Okay. That is the mattress, the basement of mattress Discord. I do want to kind of do a little browse over of the channel. I'm glad that this video did well. The least played zombies map video. But I'm really surprised that this is the one. Like, I figured that either this one or this one would be the best two, or these first two. This one was kind of crazy. I had a lot of fun doing this one. This one kind of got killed because of the freaking recording. It was all jacked up, but I also felt like this one was really good, but I mean, it's still got time. And I've also got a really, really, really good video for you guys tomorrow. Oh, it was so good, dude. It was so freaking funny. It was me playing zombies blindfolded. So that's the video for tomorrow, is me playing blindfolded. Yeah, the wheel challenges videos are fun. Yeah, that's gonna be my way to just finish doing my playthrough of every map. Yeah, it's gonna be kind of crazy. But everybody voted on my poll saying that the analysis videos was good. So we might also be doing more videos like this. So I'll take any recommendations. I've got a couple that I could do that I already know I could do. But if there's any map recommendations that you guys have to do something like that, just let me know. And I'll probably do it. And it doesn't even have to just be the map. It could be the game. Like if you guys want me to do like a full analysis on like World at War or Black Ops 3 or Black Ops 4, whatever, I can do that as well. But yeah, this was so weird to me. I've been so like still trying to figure out like what caused this to happen. Because I mean, if you can like, you can tell like watching from like, because my ranking video is still getting good views. Like it's at 6.3K. It's still getting views. But once I started doing the zombie stuff, that's just what really blew up. Or just not really blew up, but that's what gets me views. Like my World at War video, I don't know, my Kino video did not do very well, which is kind of funny. The drinking alcohol playing 5, that was a really good video. And this one, I was surprised that this one did as well as it was, because it was literally just me sitting there, just like I didn't do anything. I was just playing it. And I was kind of upset that these two videos didn't do as well. Just because, like, the Shangri-La video was hilarious, and I love Call of the Dead, and I was sad that not as many people wanted to watch me play Call of the Dead. The Moon video was hilarious. I freaking love this video, because I was doing that challenge, and I freaking kicked a hole in my wall. The Survival Maps video was fun. I enjoyed doing that, too. And then, I don't know why this video got 2.1K. I literally have no idea why this video has 2,000 views. I guess was it the clickbait, the thumbnail? If you clicked on it because it was like, why the hell is Black Ops 2 on PS2? The transit video was funny. Die Rise was fun. But then, yeah, and then I stopped for like 2 weeks. I didn't upload a video in 2 weeks, so I did my apology video. And then my buried video was really good. I really enjoyed the buried video. But then I tried to do something different. And I tried to do like reaction videos, uploading those, and then the Minecraft video. And they just didn't get views, which I was so sad about, because I was so proud of this Minecraft video. I felt like it was a really good video. The Origins video was pretty funny, and then the Exo Zombies was all right. I didn't expect so many people to tell me to play more Exo Zombies, and I was like, dude, why? But yeah, and then just when I come back, it's like, I was like, dude, where'd all my views go? Where are my views? So, well, we're gonna try to get back to it. I'm hoping that like if I can just do more videos like this, it'll kind of help instead of just doing regular gameplay stuff. I still want to do challenges, just because I think challenges are fun. But I definitely do want to do more of these type of videos. Bro, keep making what you want to make, even if it's not zombies. And I will. And I will for sure. Just because, like, I don't want to get stuck doing the same thing. I don't want to get stuck in just one niche. Even though I love zombies, like, it's not all I want to do. Like, I want to do College Football 26 videos. When that comes out, I love playing, like, Dynasty. Doing Dynasty modes and, like, Dynasty rebuilds. Like, I want to play some of that. I think it's going to pay off, even if the views aren't there for certain things. Yeah, it'll definitely help me branch out. And I think that's what I want. I want to have my viewers... My goal is to have people watch me for me and not for the game that I play. Like, I want you guys to be able to watch me to be like, hey, oh, Mattress has uploaded a video. Oh, it's a game I don't really watch, but, like, I'm going to watch it anyways just because it's him kind of thing. Like, that's my goal, is to have you guys want to watch me for me and not just for what I'm playing. So, I'm just going to keep doing what I want to do, keep doing, but I do want to still get views. So, I am going to upload zombies videos. I'm just going to do the type of zombies videos that I enjoy doing. But I did enjoy this, and I thought it was, because what's funny is that because I normally don't script videos. I really don't. I don't like to script, but for this video I did. I did some research and I scripted out like what I wanted to say in bullet points and whatever. And one thing that it really helped with was the recording didn't take as long. And because I knew exactly what I was going to say, the editing was very simple too. It didn't take me as long to edit because I knew everything what was supposed to be in the video. There wasn't just a bunch of dead space. So I thought that it was pretty cool that this was fun to make. It was easy to record and even easier to edit. So maybe scripting out videos is like, it helps. It for sure helps. So, but I definitely do want to still do more challenges. Like the Springfield only challenge, I thought that was pretty fun. The wheel, I'm just going to do the wheel until I literally just finish all the maps. And then the push-up one, I am still kind of disappointed that this one didn't get a lot of views, just because this one was really fun. But whatever. It is what it is. So trying to think about what I do now. I got about 45 minutes. Thinking about if I do more reactions, like, cause I like to do my reaction videos, especially to my old stuff. Dude, my old videos were something different, man. I wish I could find, I didn't delete my old channel. Or I wish it didn't get terminated. But yeah, I don't really want to do that. I don't want to do reactions. That'll be kind of boring. Yeah, this channel is so dead. It's so dead. Yeah. I think, actually, I do have some other stuff that I do need to do. So I think for a first live stream coming back, I think that was okay. I'm gonna play some zombies because I want to record some videos today, so I don't want to take up a lot of time just streaming. I do want to go and record some videos, so I'm gonna go and eat lunch with my wife and her parents, and then I think I'm gonna come home and I'm gonna record 2 videos because I've got 2 videos that I want to do. So yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed. Yep, the Discord link is there, so if anybody wants to go leave some suggestions in the Discord. But yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed the live stream. My Call of Duty ranking, I might make that into a video as well. We'll just see. I think it's relevant, so I can do it. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like, comment down below, and I will see all you tomorrow on my